Thank you so much, students. As the four-way test speech contest is practiced throughout our district with 10th, 11th, and 12th grade students, we also have a essay contest for 9th grade students. And while our judges leave the room to deliberate on the winners, I'd like to ask Steve Grubb from the Mechanicsburg North Rotary Club to talk with us about the four-way test essay contest. Thank you, Steve.
Good afternoon, everyone. So after hearing those 5 speeches, I've all of a sudden become very self-conscious of my own public speaking ability. So I just ask you to bear with me here. I'm very happy to come here today to present the winner of our four-way test essay contest. And as Una alluded to, this is a contest that's open to 9th grade students throughout our district. It is an essay that's submitted that is no longer than 1,500 words. And the topic of the essay, first I should say we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary at the district level for the essay contest. And in this 10th year, we decided to change the topic of the essay contest. As Una alluded to before, and if you're familiar with the four-way test, it's grounded in the failure of a business. The person who wrote the four-way test was tasked with resurrecting basically a functionally bankrupt aluminum company. And he asked himself, what can I do to set my aluminum company that I have to revive apart from the rest of my competitors? And that's when he penned the words of the four-way test, which we see here. These days, we often hear that students really are struggling with adversity, with failure, with anxiety. And we thought, what relevance might our four-way test have for 9th graders who might be experiencing some of the same things the author of the four-way test experienced? So we changed the topic to this: how Rotary's four-way test helps me confront or deal with the issue of failure. And I have to tell you, we got some of the best essays we've had in the 10-year history this year. 9th graders have a lot to say about this topic, and some of these were some of the most heartfelt, personal essays we've read. 3 essays really stood out this year. And we are here to honor the first place winner, but I also want to mention the second and third place winners. In third place was Genevieve Turner, who was the entry from the Red Lion Dallastown Rotary Club. In second place was Jadalise Martinez from the Lebanon Rotary Club. And I'd like to introduce our winner this year, is Haley Krill. She is a 9th grader at Elko High School, and she is from the Elko Myerstown Club. So Haley, if you could come up, and she is going to read her winning essay to you. And while she's coming up, I just have to introduce and recognize Haley's, they occupy the whole front row here. This is Haley's family, so if you would stand up, please. I know must be very proud of your daughter.
The imperfection of perfection. Sitting on my bed, I pull out all of my homework for the night. Read my book for English, finish my algebra homework, study for the Spanish quiz, start the biology chapter work, and take notes for history. All this work will take me around 3 hours or more to complete. I don't wonder if I'm going to get it all done. I know I will, even if I have to sacrifice some sleep. This is the life of an honors student. Endless amounts of homework and stress. Some kids will blow it all off and still manage to get A's, but I have to work really hard for my grades. I'm consumed with a yearning for better grades, and trying my best is not enough. So, why do I keep trudging along on this troublesome trail? My incentive is perfection. I know I'm not perfect, and no one is. I've recently realized I expect more of myself now than ever before, and all the expectations are taking their toll. I'm tired all the time, moody, and always stressed out. I can't do anything fun on school nights because I'm already completely booked with homework, and softball starts soon, which means less time and more stress. Some days I feel like I'm stretched too thin and I will never reach the holy grail of perfection. So, how can Rotary's 4-way test help me cope with the fear of failing to reach perfection and help me with my goal of becoming a better person? By answering the 4-way test questions, I just might be able to find a way to accept my best as my perfect. Rotary's first question is it the truth? Do people expect me to be perfect all the time? No. Putting those expectations on myself is unhealthy and unnecessary because no one expects me to be perfect. Another question I could ask myself is my obsession with perfection keeping me from being a better person? Yes. My striving for perfection is keeping me from bettering myself in many aspects of my life. I can never make time to journal or read because I don't have the extra time due to the excessive amount of schoolwork I have. The next question is it fair to all concerned? The answer to this question is no. The constraint of perfection is not fair to me, my family, or my friends. During the week, I have too much homework and studying to do that I can't hang out with my friends. Then on the weekends, I'm so burned out from the week that all I want to do is lock myself in my room and watch Netflix. What I've now realized is that my fear of imperfection does not only affect me, but the people around me too. The next question really hit home to me. The question is, will it build goodwill and better friendship? Will worrying that I'm not perfect give me a stronger bond with my friends? That answer is no. How can I strengthen my friendship if I don't even have time or energy to answer my best friend's FaceTime calls? Also, I can't go spreading goodwill if I'm always feeling miserable. What has become clearer to me now is that I do need to fix this fear of mine. If I don't eliminate my fear of imperfection, I will start losing friends and continue to have a non-existent impact on my community. The last question of the 4-way test questions is, will it be beneficial to all concerned? If I overcome this fear, will I be able to do more for my community? The answer is obvious here, but yes. Getting rid of this fear will not only benefit me, but the people around me too. I can spend more time with my family and friends, and I might even be able to work towards my goal of becoming a better person. Having a fear of imperfection makes being a good person hard, which implies that if I can overcome this fear, I will also be able to evolve into a better person. To answer the prompt of how can Rotary's 4-way test help me to confront or deal with the issue of failure, Rotary's test showed me that the pressure I put on myself was for no reason. I do not need to be perfect all the time because no one is, and no one expects that of me. Having a fear of imperfection was keeping me from achieving my goal of maturing into a better person. And now that I can see that, I am confronting my fear and running full speed away from it. I want to be able to look back on my life and see that I was happy in high school, not sad and pessimistic. Rotary's 4-way test has shown me a way to conquer my fear of imperfection, and that way is to not let my fear consume me. Thanks to Rotary's 4-way test, I will not feel guilty or dumb when I don't get an A+ on an assignment. I will not spend all of my time worrying about my grades, and I won't be miserable anymore. I might even become a better person.